Good Saturday afternoon, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for the rest of your Saturday. I've been out doing yard work this morning, trying to get it done before the main 90-degree temperatures move in, and it's all done. So let's go on now and talk about the weather. So starting off, as we continue on throughout this afternoon, no rainfall is falling right now. Even if we go on and look at the entire U.S., we do have some rainfall going on throughout Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, going on inside of Dallas, Arkansas, Tennessee. Even some rainfall over here in South Dakota, Montana, over here inside of Washington State, with some severe weather going on in parts of Texas as well, just to the west of Junction, Texas, going on near Sonora, Texas. Louisiana getting in on some rainfall as well. Now, what about for our cloud cover? Well, cloud cover right now seems to be going over a good amount of the state. Low country, Midlands, upstate, a little bit of the Grand Strand, maybe some of the PD. So we definitely have some cloud cover going on. And if we look at this cloud cover for the future, you definitely can see as we get more and more into this afternoon, more into the evening time frame, this cloud cover will continue to go on throughout the state. Here's 11, here's 12 o'clock in the morning here tonight, and then as we go all the way into around 5 a.m., you're starting to see maybe a little break, but still cloud cover is still strong. Now for our live temperatures, obviously being the afternoon, we're talking about 88 Somerville, 80 Charleston, 87 in Beaufort, 90 in Orangeburg, as well as Sumter, 91 in Columbia, 88 in Aiken, as well as 83 Georgetown, 75 Myrtle Beach, 84 Conway, 90 in Bennettville, 91 in Hartsville, as well as 85 in Greenville, 86 Spartanburg, Gaffney. Now in terms of our air quality, we're looking like we're mostly inside that moderate category. Moderate is not the worst. It's right there just below good, but it's definitely not the worst. And so if you're outside today, just make sure that you're aware of the air quality. And then for our high temperatures for today, we're talking about high temperatures 90, Greenville 91, Spartanburg 91, Rock Hill, 94 inside of Columbia, Orangeburg 93, Moncks Corner 86, in Charleston 88, Georgetown 80, Myrtle Beach. So high 90s, or maybe not high 90s, but high temperatures, getting into the mid to possibly upper 90s. And then the more you get towards the coastal areas, the more we're talking about 80s. Winds for today going to continue to stay pretty calm, especially in the inland areas, but some could get up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour in terms of sustained winds. Wind gusts can go all the way up from around 10 miles an hour, all the way up to around 20, 25. Now for rainfall, this is not for really today. This is really for tonight as we go into tomorrow. But there is a 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible up there inside the upstate as we go through like the next 18 or so hours. Probably a bit more than that, but I mean we still have a good amount of time. Until we get towards that time frame. But for right now, dry for the rest of the day today. Crazy score, we're at a 32. If you have no idea what the crazy score is, it is a score that we see and we kind of gauge and see how active our conditions are throughout the entire state of South Carolina. And right now we're at a 32. Why? Well, very hot temperatures today. We're also talking about light winds, maybe increasing a little bit. Completely dry, zero chance of rainfall, very low humidity, and obviously elevated fire weather concerns as there is a burn ban going on for our area, and that's for fire weather. If we look at the fire weather outlook for today, no area really near like the coastal areas and maybe even over inside like the more not so inland low country. Those areas over there they don't really have an elevated risk, but everybody else does. But there still is a burn ban for the entire state. It's not just for the areas in the orange. Everybody has a burn ban, but especially if you're in the orange, you really need to be paying attention and not burning anything because you are in the prime area, low humidity. Also, you have possibly some winds trying to move through. Again, not much, but still some may try to occur. So definitely make sure that you are aware of that. SPC outlook, that's not nothing really expected for the rest of today. It's really possibly just for tonight. Excessive rainfall, we're good. Models, again, we're going to start off here at 1 p.m. We're going to move this forward all the way through into around 12 a.m. And now we're talking about, again, just nice and dry conditions. And that's all I have to say here. So let's go on now and end this off. If you have not hit the like button yet, go ahead and do so. Also hit the subscribe button. We're at 728, trying to get to 800. And also share with your friends, family members, acquaintances, people that you don't talk to regularly, because it's free and you can share as many times as you want. Also, if you look up there in the top right, 89 feels like 92. 89 feels like 92. So we definitely are seeing some pretty hot conditions over at my house right now. But that's all. Make sure you go and hit those two buttons before you leave.